Chorus Voices, the podcast brought to you by Chorus, a fresh approach to community service. Settle in, listen in, and enjoy the voices who bring you reflections, musings, and stories from our community.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Chorus Voices. My name is Dan Minchin, the CEO of Chorus.
And I'm Lou Forster, Head of Brand and People at Chorus.
So the listener might be wondering what they were just hearing. That was a piece of Scottish country dancing. It was the music for it. And it was a tune by the name of Jean Marie, written by a Scottish gentleman named John Bell just before transferring to Bundaberg, Australia. So there's lots of connections there. And really that is a starting point for today's episode, and we're looking at the subject of dancing.
We are, and adding on to that Scottish dance story, Dan, do tell us how else you were involved in that.
Well, it was a special open day down at the Bull Creek Activity Centre, which the loyal Chorus Voice listener will be very familiar with by now. And there was a group that we were just listening to them then who ran through a performance of Scottish country dancing. And, of course, inevitably it involved audience participation, and I was roped in towards the back end of it. I think I got myself through it without making a complete fool of myself. But it was a lot of fun, and the people involved were absolutely loving it.
Excellent. It looked good. I didn't get down there on that day, but it did look good from the photos for sure.
So we're going to hear today from lots of different people who are involved in different forms of dance and different activities around dance, and particularly with a focus on dancing for people later in life, people living with disability, and all of the benefits that go with being involved in a dance group, ranging from the health to the social.
And no boundaries for people who might be seen as too old or too frail or too something to dance. It really, there's a form of dance for anybody.
That's right. There's no such thing as not being able to dance.
No.
Just give me all your names as I come past.
Gail Tamplin.
Anne Duncan.
Anne Chandler. Moira Davidson.
Janice G. Carol Phillips. And this is Mari.
Hello, everybody.
No, Anne's out there.
So tell me why you guys do this.
Because we enjoy it. Love it. Fun.
What does it feel like on a day you've been dancing?
Excellent.
Socialising.
Well,
it gets you out
We're
and
giving
about.
something back. Yeah. And we get a lot out of it as well.
Yeah. How long have you been doing it for?
Some of us have been doing it since we were at school, little kids.
Right. Yes.
And some only started last year.
Tell me why you think dancing is good for everybody, but for people sort of later in their lives.
Well, it's great for the brain. It's great music, and you get to know lots of gorgeous people.
And you've got
to think.
And you've got to think.
You've got to think, because otherwise you let everyone down. So it's a team.
Keeps you fit.
Catalyst
Yes.
put on TV. The Scottish country dancing is very good as you're maturing in age, as it's social, it's aerobic, and you have to use your brain. And they're the three things that we all need to do as we're getting older.
That's great. Right.
Communication, and it gets you fit. You dance to the music, so you're using all your facilities, hopefully, and you're meeting new people.
Great pace to pick up guys, as you can see.
I was going to ask about that. Is gentlemen invited? Are they welcome?
Yes. Well, gentlemen, sure, because that's why we have to wear the kilts. There's a gentleman.
Right. You're the gentleman role.
Yes.
Tell me, what's this impact been on your lives?
Great.
Joy,
Fun.
joy, absolute joy.
Yes.
Lovely people, a lot of fun,
It's
a
like
lot of
big
fun.
family as well. We all help each other out when needed, and we're all
working
there.
as a team.
Yeah.
While you're there, you can't think of all your troubles. That are back at home or somewhere else.
It's like
You have to concentrate here
Yeah.
and then leave it all at the door and then
It's like mindfulness, right? It's just the buzzword.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
And the men, even if they've got 2 left feet, we don't mind.
No.
All right.
Funny as long as they smile.
We can
Thank you. Just start by telling me your name.
Jenny.
Hi, I'm Susan. Juliet. Xingyuan.
Casey.
So, Jenny, tell us about your dance group. What's it called and what do you do?
We in Mandarin, it's Cai Hong. Cai Hong means Wu.
What does that mean, sorry?
Rainbow Cultural Dance Group.
Right.
Yes.
And why did you start the group? Where did that come? Where did the idea come from?
The idea is actually from our goal to dance for seniors and aged community, and to bring them a bit of rainbow into their life. Just a few minutes of dance and music, and to enlighten their everyday life, I suppose. Yeah.
And do you perform, or do people get involved in dance as well, or a bit of everything? Or?
A bit of everything. We perform. We perform the cultural dances, and we also try and integrate them into our dance.
Yeah, right. And what's the age range of people involved in your dance group?
Between 45 to 70s. 70s.
And Susan, why do you do it?
It has been my childhood dream to do Chinese dance when I was young, but I didn't get a chance to. Yes, so when the opportunity came up last year, when I found out about this dance group, I joined, and I like it very much.
Why do you? How does it make you feel? What do you think is important about this sort of dancing for people of any age?
Well, it is a very, very soft, flowy dance, not like Zumba, so it's suitable for the elderly especially. Yes, and the music is very nice, so we all feel very happy dancing. Yes.
And how do you feel on a day you've been dancing? How does that make you guys feel?
Of course, ourselves, we feel very happy, and then we use this opportunity to soften our bodies and our muscles, and then at the same time we can bring happiness and a smile onto somebody's face, especially the seniors. So we'll try to tell them that life is not so serious. We have to move around and try to use our limbs, and so that it's flexible. We come from different countries. I'm from Malaysia, she's from Hong Kong, China, and then we have from maybe Indonesia
and Solomon Islands.
Yes. So it is also good to mingle around and we know each other's culture. And then we will be coming into this community to help out and maybe to cook some our Asian food and to mingle with the rest of the seniors.
I really enjoy listening to the ladies from the Rainbow Dancing Group talking about the physical benefits, the health and the holistic health benefits, softening the muscles and moving, and it just, you can really feel the benefits that people get from that. And it's funny that some people waited till so late in life to discover the benefits of dancing as well.
Yeah, and now we're going to talk to somebody who has been a professional dancer his whole life, a gentleman by the name of Brian Smith, who's got some amazing stories to tell. The most notable really is that he's just turned 80 and he's just ticked off something rather impressive on his bucket list.
Something that was on my bucket list?
Yeah, what was that?
That was to be doing body pump at the gymnasium, the fitness centre.
Oh, wow.
When I was 80. So that happened last Friday. So I'm only putting it on the bucket list 1 year at a time now. This is a regular body pump class. It's not for seniors or anything like that. But because I've maintained my fitness over the years, which has been very important, most of the people on last Saturday, there's probably about 50 people in the class at BD Park. And I'd say most of them would be my grandsons or granddaughters in it. So I'm the old bloke in the corner, and I'm not standing in front of the mirror. If I stood in front of the mirror, I might give up because I'm quite a critic on movement. So.
So we're talking with a real heavy hitter here, somebody who's worked in telethon, has worked with Sammy Davis Jr. and even the amazing Michael Jackson.
I was just going to ask you what you're doing now with you got your circle dance class that you run. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Circle dance group. Circle dancing originally started with lots of the cultural dances from Europe. I don't know, 50 or 60 years ago, I suppose, that started to happen. Jazz and all that. I can bring that to circle dancing, because circle dancing is just a sequence of steps, and then you just keep repeating them like Zorba the Greek.
Okay, yeah.
And with circle dancing, we teach every dance every time we do it.
In terms of multicultural dancing, do you think there's quite a big push for that in the communities with the different, whether that's Chinese dancing, Indigenous, European? Is there people wanting to try different varieties?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Zorba the Greek. See, Zorba, there isn't an actual Zorba the Greek dance. There's about 12 versions of it, because it was created for the movie. And so I thought, I'll get the DVD out and watch it. But the camera went to close-ups, and I didn't have a clue what his feet were doing. But Greek dancing in particular, and Israeli dancing, because Israeli dancing all comes from the people who lived in Europe, and then after when Israel was established, they went to Israel, but brought that culture with them. So Israeli dancing is got a lot of dances in, and I've done a dance called Dancing Without Borders, and that has a bridging step in it, an Israeli step, a bridging step, Palestinian step, bridging step, an Israeli, because I'm hoping that's what dance does. It goes beyond borders. Of course, cultures bring their own form of dance with it, but it can be adapted so other cultures can learn it.
I'm Gemma Blagrove. I work at the City of Melville as the social justice advocate.
So today we saw a Scottish group, dance group, sort of, I guess they'd probably describe themselves as seniors. What's your role been with those guys? Have you been involved with that group?
Yeah, so I've worked with them through the city's Active Link program, which is a program with vouchers, and for people to get involved in social activities in the City of Melville, in their community, and connect with others in their community. So the group received a voucher to get involved with them.
So why is that sort of thing important?
It's really important for mental health, for connecting with others in your community, and physical health as well, staying active.
So you see that as part of the role of the local government to support that sort of stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Big part to connect people to their local community and support groups in the community to get going. I believe these groups initially started off as individuals interested in dancing, but through the Active Link they've been able to join together and start a group to dance together.
And why do you think it's important?
It's really important for there's a lot of isolation in the community, so if people can connect together and socialise and make friendships, then that really helps to address that, and to overall mental health improves as well.
And you enjoy your job?
Yes, it's great. It's great being able to see these things grow out of the Active Link vouchers that we provide, and the benefit that people get out of it. It's great to see.
Look, the more we explore this, the more it feels like a real movement of dance in communities.
It does, and I think the bringing together of people, music, a common interest, and that movement. I mean, I've done Zumba in my community. for my sins, a dance mum. I'm not sure how good that is, but it's a community, and you get involved in the production, and it brings a whole bunch of people together for a common cause and an enormous amount of effort for a show.
Yeah, look, I read something just recently that pointed out that one of the kind of most early primitive forms of community building and social connection is in fact dance, which I hadn't really thought about, but it kind of makes sense when you hear the way people talk. It crosses all sorts of barriers, and without any verbal communication, you've got connections being made, and you hear it in the people we've been talking to today about what that actually means.
Yeah, you can have almost like a conversation on the dance floor without actually speaking to somebody, and it's primal, isn't it? You see little kids move to different music and they have no idea what the lyrics are, or it's just that beat. You can't help but move to it. The STEPS program that we have at Chorus, I think, is another example of how important it is just bringing people together, and it doesn't matter about age or ability, and just the power of music, movement, community, connection. You just can't beat it.
I just love it. I do a new playlist every week, and it's just wonderful to see them trying their best to do the moves. And then when they're smiling and there's a bit of enjoyment in it as well, then it's very worthwhile.
I just love the exercise and using muscles that you've forgotten you had.
And what do you feel after the class?
I feel I've had a really good workout. You're really dancing in your chair. You close your eyes and you're on the floor.
A program like this, I think the main thing is that they actually find that they are increasing their abilities to remain mobile in their homes. So that's, going towards perhaps nursing homes, so that is put off for a short period of time. And of course, it's the socialisation afterwards. A lot of these people don't get out to see a lot of people during the week, and this is a really good opportunity to come out and socialise other people and make other networks.
You get exalted, really. You go home and you're free. Your mind's free, and all you think of all day is what you've done this morning. It's a must for us to keep going. To be able to get up every morning, you've got to do exercises. And of course, I can't see. I'm, vision impaired. So, to me, it's really good.
The best thing you can ever do is be accepted here. I'm very lucky that I was accepted. I used to be a chaperone in my young age and dancing, so I can pretend now.
It's very, very enjoyable. And I think it's marvellous that we can come.
I really would encourage people to come there. I really would.
And really that is Chorus in a nutshell. It's those opportunities to connect and discover new ways of living the life you choose. And not everybody's up for dancing, but I guess what we've heard today is that there's absolutely no reason why anybody should not have a crack at getting on a dance floor somewhere with someone.
Indeed, and we know many of our chorus staff and volunteers enjoy a dance. As we've seen at our last chorus day, there was a fair bit of movement towards the end of the evening. There
was, and that was a real community moment too.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Chorus Voices, the podcast brought to you by Chorus. If you like our show and wanted to know more, check out our website at chorus.org.au. And please leave a review. We'd love to hear your feedback, and it helps others find us and enjoy the podcast as well. Join us next time for more inspiring stories and news from our community. Chorus, a fresh approach to community service.